Now, it's fair to say that, as for many good times that we've had with WWE 2K, we've certainly had some bad times with the series too. Previously, we looked at the best things in every WWE 2K game, and now let's take a trip down memory lane and shed some light on what many fans consider the most aggravating aspect of each WWE 2K game. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when we upload a video. WWE 2K14. The shift to 2K14 saw the introduction of the 30 years of WrestleMania mode. While it was a heartfelt tribute to great WrestleMania moments, it couldn't make up for the pretty glaring omission of a career mode. Now, don't get us wrong, playing historic WrestleMania moments felt like a fantastic journey down memory lane, but it also highlighted the void left by the lack of a career mode journey that pretty much every WWE game had other than 2K14. There's not much bad you can say about WWE 2K14, and this really isn't a bad thing, it's just something that really felt missing for the complete 2K14 package. And it's fair to say that one of the best things in wrestling games, especially WWE titles, is the ability to play through unique storylines, and in my career's case, it's a rise from a rookie to a legend. While reliving the iconic bouts of WrestleMania certainly had its charm, the inability to live without what could have been some iconic wrestling video game storylines alongside 30 years of WrestleMania felt like a seriously missed opportunity. WWE 2K15. 2K15 began the series' next-gen debut, yet the game was completely gutted of several features that were once considered staples of the WWE Games franchise. The exclusion of modes like Story Designer, Create a Superstar for women's wrestlers, and even match types like Guest Referee and I Quit, which all felt like glaring omissions. The transition to newer consoles should have marked an evolution, but for many fans it felt like more of a compromise, a trade-off of substance for aesthetics. The creative modes of WWE games have been the lifeblood of the series for many. They allowed for unparalleled freedom, ensuring every player could craft their unique wrestling universe. To see this completely destroyed with modes such as Create an Arena being completely removed was very disheartening. And it's like, sure, the graphics were better, but it came at a huge cost to the depth and customization that fans had come to love. WWE 2K16. Now, 2K16 sought to enhance the WWE 2K series after a disastrous start with 2K15, and they did a pretty good job. Many of the missing features were added back and gameplay was improved in various places. One of the changes that was a revamped submission system, and on paper it sounded like a welcome change after having a similar system for so long. However, when actually playing 2K16 with the new system, it was anything but a welcome change. The new system felt incredibly unresponsive, making it an important part of a wrestling match within WWE 2K a source of pure frustration. Rather than enhancing the tension of a match as a submission should, players often found themselves wrestling with the controls instead. There was unfortunately no other choice in 2K16, however future games would add a button-mashing minigame that, whilst basic, did the job without the frustration.
Tonight, we're coming to you live from sunny Tampa on the west coast of Florida.
WWE 2K17. While some superstars look reasonably accurate in 2K17, others seemed like they were pulled from the bizarro world. The inconsistencies in character models were jarring. Instead of being impressed with the power at the time of the PS4's visuals, which could allow for incredible levels of likenessness, players were often left scratching their heads, wondering how some of these models even got the green light. For a franchise that's going for realism and authenticity, 2K17's visuals were a big letdown. Sure, not every superstar will be perfect, but the vast differences in quality were hard to ignore. Every time a strangely rendered superstar made an entrance, it was a quick reminder of the game's visual shortcomings. WWE 2K18. My career in 2K18 promised a deep immersive experience. The introduction of free roaming should have been the next big step in the evolution of my career, like it was for the road to WrestleMania in SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Instead, it felt like an aimless wander through corridors with monotonous tasks and an awkward absence of voiceovers from various superstars and characters. Instead of feeling like the next big WWE superstar, players often felt trapped in a never-ending loop of repetition. The lack of dynamic interactions and the slow pace of free roam turning what should have been a highlight into a tedious grind. This mode had so much potential, but it fell way short, leaving players feeling like they got another half-baked My Career mode. WWE 2K19. The bright white menus of 2K19 might seem like a minor issue to bring up, however, user interface and user experience are always important when it comes to a game's overall feel. The incredible bright menus felt like a bit of an oversight by the team working on the game, especially in prolonged gaming sessions. If you played 2K19, especially at night, then you would have remembered being blinded by the menu on many occasions, along with the Blow My Mind song. And not to forget, we are in an era where customization and accessibility are becoming more and more important for players, so the omission of something as simple as a dark mode felt like a pretty big miss. Players for years now have voiced their disapproval as they wanted relief from the intense menu brightness, with even some going so far as to install a dark mode mod when playing on PC. WWE 2K20. And to say 2K20 was riddled with issues would be an absolute understatement. This entry seemed to break the mold, not in innovation, but in how many things could go wrong in a single WWE 2K game. Bugs, glitches, freezes, and game-breaking issues turned what should have been the follow-up to one of the best WWE 2K games in 2K19 into a cautionary tale of how not to release not only a WWE 2K game, but a video game in general. The issues were so bad that it led to decisions not to release 2K21, a clear indication of the missteps of 2K20. The WWE 2K community's uproar was loud and clear. They expected and deserved better. While bugs are a many part of WWE 2K games, the sheer amount of frequency in 2K20 was inexcusable. WWE 2K22. The return of GM mode in 2K22 with My GM was met with much anticipation. Fans remember the original depth and sheer joy of managing a WWE brand, yet what they got felt half-baked. The mode lacked features that we got in the old SVR GM modes. The absence of elements like storyline writers, detailed contracts, and trades was sorely missed. It was a mode that had so much potential to be the best game, but instead it ended up feeling like a missed opportunity, a shadow of what it once was. And WWE 2K23. 2K23's decision to lock certain characters and attires behind the My Faction mode has been received well. For players uninterested in this mode, it felt like they were being forced to play a mode they didn't care for, just to access legendary and even updated characters. Making it the sole access point for certain content felt very restrictive. Fans expect flexibility and freedom in their 2K gaming experiences, especially in a franchise that pushes and promotes how much you can do and how many characters are in the game. Whilst this doesn't do much negatively in terms of actual gameplay, many fans point out how such characters would have expanded their time with 2K23. But there you have it, folks, the worst thing about every WWE 2K game. Do you guys agree? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling video game content.